and welcome to the Liberty Lovin Kitchen, where the first ingredient is always love. I'm your host, Barrett Patton, and with me today is my co-host and dad, Patrick Patton.
Every day.
Yes, every day.
Every day.
So, in today's video, we are going to take some of the classic hand-tossed pizza dough that we made recently in another video that you can check out. And we are going
We'll put a link at the end.
Yeah, we'll put a link at the end.
Link at the end.
And we are going to show you how to use that dough to make two different kinds of breadsticks. One being plain breadsticks and the other being cheesy breadsticks. So let's get started.
There's our dough. Each dough ball is 1 kilogram, or 1 kilogram, about 2.2 pounds. And what we have to do here, now this dough, when you see the dough video, is about 2 weeks old, which it gives it a nice long time to kind of let the gluten do its thing and kind of rest and not be so tough. Now usually I would have, and I will, grab my roller real quick. Typically you got to work the dough out. This dough is pretty relaxed, so I might not have to really work it out much, but you need it to be rectangular. We're going to put it in 2 quarter sheet pans with high sides, and honestly this is relaxed. If I make the dough and it only rises in the refrigerator for a day or two, it will usually, it's got a lot of elasticity. This, because how long it's been in the refrigerator, does not have a lot of elasticity, which it's actually better. The dough is actually, in my opinion, better after it's been resting for a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do, get a little bit of flour here to keep it from sticking like it was, and we're going to kind of mash this out to that shape. Put a little flour on there.
And we love bread of many different kinds, so this is just one of our favorites.
Most kinds, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
We are, you can't tell by looking at me, but yeah, I'm a bread eater. I know I look like I'm all low carb, but I will partake in some bread.
And especially if you put some cheese on that bread, it doesn't get any better.
See, I screwed that up. Usually I could do that, but I couldn't this time because of how long I've been letting this rise. It's, like I said, it's actually better this way. So,
but just to be clear, you don't have to let it rest for as long as we did. We want
no rise. The rise, not rest.
You don't have to let it rise either.
Yeah. But the resting is different than rising.
Okay.
The resting is what we will do before we cook it. It'll rest for a few minutes. Okay.
He's the chef here, not me.
We're the chef. Why would you say that, son? What are you, just the eye candy?
I'm the color guy. So you told me.
I don't think I said that. So, you can see we've got it similar to that size. And what we're going to do is we're going to place it in there. There you go. And it is going to rise. Put a little olive oil in there. Smear it around just to keep it from sticking. You can spray it, I guess. I always like to use, I don't have any non-stick sprays. I just always use an oil and spread it on there. But do what you must. So, Take that, drop it in there. Mash it around to the sides. One of these is going to be just a seasoned breadstick, and I like to go ahead and score it before it rises, just to give it the shape that I'm looking for. Put a lid on it, and then we'll let that sit for a little bit while it rises. And if you want to watch me do it again, we'll keep doing it, and you can see it one more time, maybe without the mistakes this time. I use just enough flour so I can handle it. I don't want to use any more flour than I have to, though. Now remember, if you are doing this with our dough recipe that we will link to at the end of this video, if you're using that dough and you have made it, we always recommend doing it, letting it rise in the refrigerator for at least 24 hours. But when you do, the dough isn't going to be this relaxed. So you may have to work it. Sometimes what I will do when it's in that state, I will take it, roll it out, and let it stick to the work surface. Cover it with this, and then just let it kind of relax over a little bit of time, and then the gluten will kind of relax. Like I said, because this has been rising in the refrigerator for, I think it's 2 weeks today or tomorrow. We've had it a long time. It had a real strong smell when we opened it. Good smell of the yeast. So this is a real easy dough to work with right now. And I messed that one up again too. I spread it out a little bit thin. So once again, I'll roll it one more time.
That's a big rolling pin.
I've had it so long, it just kind of seems regular to me. Scraper is your friend when working with dough, even when you use a lot of flour. Okay, let's get this to work now. Spread it out in the pan. What will happen if it's not rested dough like this, and you put it in here with your oil in there, it will just go whoosh, shrink up. So that's a nice benefit of letting your dough slow rise in the refrigerator for a long time. So I scored it into 8 pieces lengthwise, and again, this is a 1/4 inch sheet pan with high sides, and then I go right down the middle, and you can see that right there. Going to cover this as well, and we'll let these rise. Usually I put them if it's a warm day, which is still a warm day and not yet dark, so I'm going to put these outside, let them rise in the heat, maybe half hour or so, just till they've kind of puffed up a little bit. Then we'll put them in the oven. So we will check back with you in just a second after these have risen.
But before we go, let me go ahead and give you another reminder to smash that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Leave us a comment down in the comment section, and share this video with all your family and friends.
You know we're coming back.
And yes, I do. We will see you in a few minutes.
Okay. Making sure it's cool. I'm gonna put these out.
Okay, we're back. Our breadsticks have been rising up outside for a good little while, and so now it's time to put them in the oven. So we are going to put these 2 batches of breadsticks in a 400-degree oven, and we're going to start off letting them cook for about 12 minutes, and then once that finishes, we'll see how much longer we need. They'll probably just need a couple more minutes after that.
12 minutes. And while we're waiting for that, we're going to do cheese bread on one of the breadsticks, and then we're going to just do like a seasoned breadstick on the other, or kind of like a Pizza Hut type seasoning that they have. So you want to tell everybody what the ingredients are for that?
Yeah. We'll start off with a cup of Parmesan cheese. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of oregano, half a teaspoon of basil, I'm sorry, I always confuse, half a teaspoon of basil, and half a teaspoon of salt. And just mix that up together.
You know how I like to do this. Yeah. I'll let you do it.
No, you'll do it better.
Come on, try it. There you go.
My hands are moving, but the thing is not moving.
I'll do a little extra. To do that because I feel all my body shaking. And there we go. Break that little piece up. And then we'll sprinkle that on. We'll butter it and sprinkle this on one of the bread batches. The other bread batch we will also butter. And we will just be using a mixture of extra sharp white cheddar cheese and regular orange extra sharp cheddar cheese. It may just be sharp cheddar cheese. Orange and white cheddar cheese. So we'll get those out at 12 minutes and they'll be almost done. And then we will put it in just a little bit longer. We'll put the cheese one back in because the cheese has to melt. If that one's done, that one doesn't go back in. But the cheese one does go back in order to get the cheese to melt. So, we will see you in a few.
We'll be back.
All right.
Our breadsticks have been in the oven for over 15 minutes. I'm not sure exactly how long.
About 15.
But, so now it's time to put our regular seasoning on one batch and our cheese topping on another batch.
We will first butter a little.
Or a lot.
I guess it depends on your perception. And then, give me a fork. The one that's already getting the regular seasoning has garlic in it. Up to a little garlic for the one that is going with the cheese. This will be the cheese bread right here. Humming that song.
I noticed.
So, it's got a fair amount of butter on there. You can put as much or as little as you like. We like a lot of butter because butter is good.
Butter makes it better.
Now, go back over the score marks that I did earlier. And cut the pieces up. And right here we'll take our cheese and just sprinkle it all over. And the amount of cheese you use can be determined by the amount of cheese you like. As with butter, we like a lot of cheese. And we're going to put this back in the oven for just a minute or two, just enough to melt that. Set it for 2 minutes and go ahead and turn the oven off. Now we will finish these up. And I like a lot of this as well, so we'll sprinkle this on. And like I said earlier, this is a very similar kind of sprinkle, I think. Similar to the Pizza Hut sprinkle that they put on their breadsticks.
Some might also call it seasoning.
I call it sprinkle. There we go. Sprinkle dinkle. And you don't like sprinkle dinkle?
No.
What do you like? What would you say, camera guy?
Seasoning. Seasoning
Mix.
Maybe people will say in the comments whether you prefer to call this sprinkle. I don't call it sprinkle dinkle, I call it sprinkle. Sprinkle seasoning. Or just seasoning.
Yeah.
Make it sticky, you can mash it down there a little bit too. And it won't fall off as much. Alright, let's get the other one out.
Cheese is nice and melted.
2 great breadsticks that taste great together. Traditional breadsticks and cheese sticks. So I guess that about wraps it up for the day.
All right. Well, we thank you.
Can sprinkle a little extra Parmesan on there if you like. I mean, it's still cheese sticks. And give it a little color if you want to. A little Italian seasoning. I probably should have put that on there before I melted it. But there we go. Makes it a little prettier.
Alright, well that's going to wrap us up for today. Thank you again for joining us. And don't forget to smash that like button. That was a smash. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Leave us a comment down in the comment section. And share this video with all your family and friends.
But we don't want them to miss old videos either.
Right, we don't. Feel free to check out our previous content as well. But we will see you next time here on the Liberty Lovin' Kitchen.
Good night. Or good day. Or insert good. Insert time.
Y'all have a good one. Bye.